of 6 stops on the International Skating Union's Senior Grand Prix Series. And today we look forward to seeing the pairs and the ice dancers complete their competition and get a little bit closer to find out which of the teams will take the top spots, the top 6 coveted spots to make the Grand Prix final, which takes place in Grenoble, France. This capital of the country is Finland's most significant centre for politics, education, finance and culture, and indeed in 2012 it was the world design capital, and a great design for that, the Helsinki Ice Hall, where the skating takes place this weekend. A venue which has seen some music legends including Guns N' Roses, Bon Jovi, Iron Maiden, and now this 8,000 plus seating capacity arena will watch some of the world's best figure skaters as we look ahead to the start of the pairs free skate. The world champions Diana Stellato-Dudek and Maxime Deschamps skated very, very well 2 days ago in their short program, and they lead the field. And in a change to the schedule for the other events, the pair skaters have a day of rest in between the short program and the free skate. They will have had the opportunity to train, but obviously not back to compete again until now. And many of the teams will be competing in their second Grand Prix assignment. That's the most amount of events that any team or skater can compete in within the Senior Grand Prix. And they carry the results and the points scored in each of those respective events towards the Grand Prix standings. And currently in the Grand Prix standings, Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara lead the field with 28 points following their gold at Skate America and their silver last week at the NHK Trophy. Anastasia Metalkina and Luca Berolava, the winners last week, are currently in second place, followed by Ellie Kam and Denny O'Shea, the American team, who were in third place last week in Tokyo. And as this event progresses, we assume that Diana and Maxime will comfortably take their spot in the Grand Prix final. And a couple more participants next week at the Cup of China who are heavy favourites to join them, with Minerva Fabian Haza and Nikita Volodin being joined by Sara Conte and Nicolo Macci as they battle it out next week. But there, the starting order for the participants today. 8 teams getting ready to take to the ice. The pairs discipline always has the lesser number of entries. Only 4 teams can be on the ice in a warm-up, such as the danger of the elements and the speed that they traverse the ice with. As we see the judges, and they are the technical panel. The technical panel will be deciding the levels assigned to the elements for the pair teams in their 4-minute free skate coming up. Naomi Williams relishing the opportunity to be here, as to are all the teams. Wonderful to see them looking relatively relaxed before this high-pressure event. And as is customary, they will be introduced to the arena first before starting their 6-minute warm-up.
From Japan, Yuna, Nagaoka, Sumitada,
The first team, Yuna, Nagaoka, and Sumitada Moriguchi.
From the United States of America, Naomi Williams, Lachlan Lewer.
Followed by America's Naomi Williams and Lachlan Lewer.
From Finland, Milania, Vaananen, Filippo, Clerici.
And then to the home team of Milania, Vaananen, and Filippo Clerici.
Emily Chan, Spencer Akira Howe.
With the final team in this group, Emily Chan and Spencer Akira Howe. And their confirmation that the Japanese team have a score of 51.75. That's just 7 points, just over 7 points adrift of the American team. And the Japanese, Nagaoka and Moriguchi, some of the skaters who did compete last week. And interestingly, during the course of this Finlandia Trophy over the past 2 days, it hasn't been as problematic as some might have assumed in competing in back-to-back Grand Prix events on different continents. And hopefully, Yuna, Nagaoka and Sumitada Moriguchi will be able to benefit like some others have done. So Laranaki Gutman from Italy coming here in her surprise second Grand Prix event and taking a bronze medal away. Yuna and Sumitada didn't know that they would be here until after the short program at the NHK Trophy. So no part of their season plan did they expect to be competing at the Finlandia Trophy.
Naomi on lukiolainen ja Lachlan opiskelija. Naomi on 18-vuotias ja hänen harrastuksiaan on
second team competing, Naomi Williams
Lachlan on 21.
and Lachlan Lewer, as we see Lachlan warming up the side-by-side jumping pass. Triple toe comfortable for him, double there for Naomi.
And Lachlan is a student.
And they appear to have utterly embraced the opportunity, as you can see again as Naomi sees herself on the screen in this arena at the Helsinki Ice Hall.
Please welcome Naomi Williams, Lachlan Lewer, the United States of America.
They taking the jump up from juniors last season into the senior ranks.
Milania ja Filippo.
As the camera finds the male half of the partnership again, this time Filippo Clerici is partnered with Milania Vaananen. He's on screen now. They competed at Skate America, the first stop of the Grand Prix. Had a good short program there, better short program at Skate America than they had 2 days ago here in Helsinki. Milania looking comfortable, but they had a tough free skate in Allen, Texas, so hoping to come away with a stronger free skate. As the home crowd gets enticed to give them an extra boost in their applause. And then to the final team in this first warm-up group, Emily Chan and Spencer Akira Howe. A team who had a bit of a freak mistake on the final element in their short program 2 days ago on the side-by-side spin in what was otherwise a pretty strong performance for the team.
Spencer is 28. Emily's hobbies are baking and cooking. Spencer's hobbies are playing musical instruments.
And now for Emily and Spencer, they have eyes on the teams above them with fellow North American team Kelly and Laurin and Loucas Ethier in the next group, just over a point and a half above them. Certainly they would have found themselves in at least fourth place had that change foot combination spin 2 days ago not gone so disastrously for Spencer. I'm sure he'll have been kicking himself for that mistake. But still, relatively early in the season for the teams. The Grand Prix is a prestigious, high caliber event for which, of course, the teams want to do their very best. But the Americans in particular will have a big focus on one of the final events of this season, the World Championships, which takes place in March 2025 in Boston. And as we are at the penultimate stop of the Grand Prix, that will be the focus for so many of the skaters as they head towards their respective national championships, which will define the selected teams and skaters that get to make world team, as Naomi and Lachlan just continue to look so full of joy. They acknowledge that it is a jump from juniors to seniors. The length of the program longer, 4 minutes for a senior pair team. Physically more challenging. An extra lift is a required element. 3 lifts for senior pairs teams as opposed to 2 lifts for the junior teams. And whilst the lifts tend to be a relatively reliable element for the pair teams, the physicality of what is required for the pairs is enormous, particularly after that 3-minute marker in the program when exhaustion is inevitable. So as we head towards the closing seconds, confirmation that last week at the NHK Trophy in Tokyo, the Georgian team of Anastasia Metlkina and Luka Berolava took the title above Rico Miura and Ruchi Kihara, as we see Emily and Spencer just
Skaters, your warm-up has ended. Please leave the ice.
leaving their warm-up in not the most optimal way. They have time though now to regroup because they'll be the last to skate. And there, Brian Shales encouraging his students, Yuna Nagaoka and Sumitada Moriguchi, a team
First to skate
with such quality
from
as
Japan,
single skaters, having spent the vast majority of their ice skating careers as single skaters, but now splitting their time between Kyoto in Japan and in Canada as they continue to try to follow in the footsteps of Miura and Kihara. And Yuna and Sumitada will skate to the Space Table Symphony. Their split double twist to open the program. Followed up by an incredibly high value combination, triple loop and 2 double axels in sequence. Effortless rotation with incredible speed through the first of the 3 lifts. That singles skating skill absolutely showcased with the side-by-side jumps. Another slight mistake on the second of the 2 throws, that throw triple salto. Such a strong way to open the pairs free skate for Yuna Nagaoka and Sumitada Moriguchi from Japan. And their progression is almost mind-blowing in what they've achieved over the past couple of seasons. Last year, they didn't have the required minimum technical element score to compete at World Championships. Last week, they achieved that. But this week, they really showcase a very, very bright future. Obviously, the side-by-side jumps were just fantastic. The triple loop and 2 double axels coming in at over 12 points. We'll be surprised if we see many with a higher value side-by-side jumping pass than that. And furthermore, that's the single skating prowess that they can bank on from their multiple years as single skaters, but the lifting comfort and coverage in the ice on the 3 lifts defies the comparatively lack of time that they've been in this discipline. And Brian greets them rinkside. As I said, they split their training between time in Kyoto, Japan, and in Canada. There's this triple loop, which they missed in the short program. She missed in the short program, followed up with not just 1, but 2 double axels. And they maintain proximity towards one another as well. So the grade of execution for that will be positive. And here, there's no scratch whatsoever on the blades of Sumitada Moriguchi as he maintains flow throughout the one-arm feature in the lift. Good low position on the forward inside death spiral. All the positives aside, neither of the 2 lifts were optimal. That will be, I'm sure, their focus as they head toward the later part of the season. So there are 3 spots for Japanese teams at World Championships as we look at the second of the 2 throws based on Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara's success last season in Montreal. Now, Yuna and Sumitada, because they have achieved that minimum technical element score of 88 points, they can go to Boston. This is new for the ISU this year. The skaters have to achieve a total technical element score across both programs.
Yuna Nagaoka, Sumitada Moriguchi from Japan have
so,
earned the free skating
8 days after they last competed, and 8 points higher in their free skate for Yuna Nagaoka and Sumitada Moriguchi, with 120 points in the free skate and 171 overall, hence the smiles.
Next to skate represents the United States of America.
So from smiles in the kiss and cry from the first team to a pair team that has been seemingly nothing but smiley during their time in Helsinki. Such joy shown on the faces of Naomi Williams and Lachlan Lewer. But now, time for business as they get ready to skate to Eleanor Rigby by Cody Fry. Intricate transitions in the choreography to open the program. Success on the first of the 2 side-by-side jumps. That was triple toe.
Rice in the church where the
Down on the throw triple salto.
Wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do
Another fall on the double axel sequence.
Father Mackenzie, writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near. Look at him working, downing his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came. Father Mackenzie wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one was saved. All the lonely people. All the lonely people.
A wonderful example of the level feature within the pair combo spin, maintaining speed. America's Naomi Williams and Lachlan Lewer. And I sense that, well, little could have disappointed Naomi, but she, despite a couple of falls, makes her way to centre ice to take their bow with the smile firmly back on her face, open arms to soak up all of this experience, to acknowledge the difference between junior events and senior events, having an audience like this who understands and respects skating, something that they have obviously embraced and appreciated. And it just kind of express enough how wonderful the attitude that they have is, that despite the mistakes, still in the moment. And their former Olympic champion, Natalia Mishkatina, greets them as we see split twist. And here the group 5 axel lift. Gorgeous extension from Naomi, both through her neckline and her foot, free foot. But unfortunate there to have the mistake on the throw triple sal. And then again, just perhaps under rotation there in that second double axel. But their stamina towards the end of the program, particularly impressive. It acknowledged the difference in difficulty for the team moving up from junior ranks to senior ranks with the third lift. But they kept speed throughout the program, and that perhaps courtesy of the fact that they train at altitude in Colorado Springs, which will undoubtedly enhance their
Died in the
VO2
church and was
capacity.
buried along with her name. Nobody came.
Seriously, like. M&M pears.
Hey, Mom. Hey, sure.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Shay. Yeah, it was cool.
Chance to thank.
Before we were going, they were like, and I was like,
Discourse,
running.
please. Naomi Williams, Lachlan, Lewer.
So their personal best 92.92 in international competition at least has now been improved upon with 101.04 for Naomi and Lachlan, and how we look forward to seeing them continue in their international career.
Thank you.
And thank you for bringing the joy and the fun. What a fun team to watch.
On the ice, representing Finland, Milania Vaananen, Filippo Clerici.
And now to the Finnish pair of Milania Vaananen and Filippo Clerici. Filippo dislocated one of his fingers on his right hand last week, and so not the optimal preparation, but hoping here to have a better free skate than that in Allen, Texas.
I've seen the world, done it all, had my cake now. Diamonds brilliant and brilliant now. Hot summer nights, mid-July, when you and I were forever wild. The crazy days, city lights, the way you'd play.
Just have to look back at that from the technical panel. The intention was triple toe, single axles and double axle. Second side-by-side jump, triple salcos. They're definitely a double from Milania. Cleanly and comfortably through the first of the two throws. As part of the required choreography sequence for the pair teams as they head to the second throw. Hands down, but better than in Skate America. just missing the final feature in the pair combo spin. Well, Milania looks frustrated, but partner Filippo Clerici immediately in there to console her. And hopefully now they can enjoy and embrace the moment in front of the home crowd at the Finlandia Trophy. They are somewhat pioneers in Finnish figure skating in this discipline. Pair skating hasn't been represented by Finnish teams, and now they're endeavouring to become Olympians in pair skating for this home nation. They finally got the world scores last year, came 18th at World Championships in Montreal, and continuing to showcase improvements fundamentally, but of course, it wasn't the picture-perfect skate. Certainly a lot better than a month ago. Level 3 and their split twist. Here, yeah, triple toes. And single axel. And then the double axel. So comfortably through, just, but the separation between them will be reflected by the judges' grade of execution. Lovely extension from Milania on the throw triple flip. So we see them attempt the difficult and increasingly popular choice of death spiral edge, the forwards outside edge, popularized by the great Zhu Zhen and Hongbo Zhao from China. As we see the throw triple loop, and that an element that they fell on in Skate America, so much better, and actually also better for the final lift too. They had no value for their third and final lift in Texas, and the lifts carry some of the biggest weight for the pair skaters. But here, that little touchdown needed to get a couple of rotations in there as part of the pair combo spin, so that coming in at a level 3 as opposed to the level 4 they would have anticipated. And they part of an amazing training group in Bergamo in Italy, with an abundant number of pair skaters successfully being churned out by the wonderful coaches there.
Finland have earned in the free skating 106.42 points.
So 10 points higher than Skate America in the free skate.
73 points, and they are currently in the second place. Thank you.
Better and better.
And coach acknowledging better and better.
Next skaters are from the United States of America, Emily Chan, Spencer Akira Howe.
And now to the final team in this first group in the pairs free skate, Emily Chan and Spencer Akira Howe. This team were 5th at Skate Canada. A freak mishap in the side-by-side spin in the short program 2 days ago. No side-by-side spin as part of the senior free skate though, as they prepare to skate to music by Andrea Bocelli. Getting their side-by-side jumps out of the way early in the program. Just double sacos as the second planned element. Such ease on the throw triple flip. Success as well for the throw triple loop. Wonderful choreo sequence, so difficult in the transition. Brilliant expressive capabilities, but need to stay safe for the final element. Emily Chan and Spencer Akira Howe, such passion in their performances. And 2 days ago in the short program, their expressive abilities, particularly from Spencer, I worried lost focus in that final element, the side-by-side spin, managing to pitch perfectly the expression to push the presentation component, but stay safe enough to get through the valuable final lift, the Group 3 lift. And indeed, when asked about goals for this season, they did acknowledge that they want to bring their skating to the next level. They want to inspire people, and you sense that in the way that they exude their performance ability. Hopefully the judges will really reflect that in the presentation and the composition components. This coach, Alexei, is a busy man with lots of students competing internationally, both in singles discipline and pairs and junior and senior ranks. As we look back at their weakest elements, triple toe, just looking at the rotation there, particularly for Emily there, he did the double axel. She managed to return for the second double axel, but you can see the lack of flow there forces the judges to have a negative grade of execution, and I suspect the intention in the later part of the season will be for side-by-side triple salchows, but just double in Helsinki. No issue with the throw. And here again, forward inside death spiral. It's a back outside that was mandatory in the short program 2 days ago, but forward inside, a little bit easier for the teams to maintain speed and try to up the level. Now here, the axel lift, They struggled at the closing seconds of the warm-up. Not to be the case in the competition, thankfully. Here, different location for the finished position of the program, but Emily doing all she can to exude that final position performance value to the judges.
Smoothie smells like poopy. Hi, Olga. Здравствуйте, русский mama.
And just a little shout out to Olga Ganasheva, the choreographer for the team, who works with them in Norwood, back in America.
The scores, please. Emily Chan, Spencer Akira Howe from the United States of America have earned in the free skating 150.
This is 115.47 for Emily and Spencer. And although second on the free skate, the strength of their short program advantage over the others allows them to lead the field, whilst Nagaoka and Moriguchi move up in the standings at the conclusion of their event. There we get confirmation that Americans top and tail the results so far, with 4 more teams left to skate at the Finlandia Trophy pairs free skate.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with big applause the skaters of the second group.
So the pressure intensifies now for the final 4 teams. 8 skaters getting ready to be introduced to the Helsinki Ice Hall.
From Canada, Laurin, Loucas, Ethier.
Laurin and Loucas Ethier from Canada. Then to Maria Pavlova and Alexei Sviatchenko.
From Italy, Ghilardi, Filippo, Ambrosini.
Then to Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini.
Maxime, Deschamps.
And the final team, Diana Stellato-Dudek and Maxime Deschamps. And it certainly seems like a knowledgeable audience that appreciate and respect the fact that they will be treated to seeing a performance from the reigning world champions. And they have a comfortable 8-point advantage over the Italian team of Ghilardi and Ambrosini, but of course they will be eager to push some of the highest scores of the season so far. I was corrected in acknowledging that their short program score 2 days ago, not the highest thus far in the Grand Prix. Miura and Kihara achieved that at the first stage. As we look now to Kellyanne Laurin and Loucas Ethier, and huge belated congratulations in celebrating Kellyanne's birthday. She turned 19 yesterday, and the schedule for the Finlandia Trophy 2024 perfectly giving her the opportunity to celebrate her birthday without the pressure of competition. And hopefully Kellyanne was able to relax enough. They had a practice day yesterday. Can't imagine she allowed herself to relax too much with the importance of the competition today. The second team after the warm-up will be Maria Pavlova and Alexei Sviatchenko, who represent Hungary. You can just see on the right foot above the boot for Maria, and indeed I think perhaps on the left foot as well, some strapping toward the ankles, so hopefully nothing too sinister for Maria Pavlova. Just such a physically demanding discipline, utter respect for the men and women in the pairs discipline with what they showcase.
Playing soccer and Dota 2, and his Jack Russell Terrier dog.
And we see just amazing comfort with their throw jumps. But the forces applied to the body of the women on landing are unbelievable. Just superhumans. as we look to Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini.
Ovat molemmat opiskelijoita. Rebecca on 25-vuotias ja Filippo
Their
on
free skate, the free skate that they have returned to from last season, Phantom of the Opera, was their initial take on the free skate for this year, but electing after a couple of early season competitions to return to
Rebecca and Filippo are both students.
last year's
Rebecca
Dracula
is 25
soundtrack.
years old and Filippo 31. Rebecca's hobbies are traveling, cooking,
They
and going
happy
out
with what
friends.
took place in the short
Filippo's
program.
hobbies are shopping and also going out with friends. Big hands and cheers for Rebecca.
Side-by-side jumps that have so often been the nemesis for the team. Hopefully getting out any nerves now in warm-up before delivering their best under the pressure of the competition when it counts.
Diana on 41-vuotias ja Maxime 32-vuotias.
As we see Diana Stellato-Dudek, Maxime Deschamps, the world champions.
Ihon hoito sekä perhe.
The story behind the free skate, they wanted to create a theme again, but to be more original and do something that was just about Maxime and Diana, rather than following a book or a movie storytelling. Their story for this free skate performance is that Maxime is called to the ocean and Diana represents all of the water. She takes him through the underwater world and shows him all the beauty and all the danger. Certainly, lots of beauty and danger in the pairs discipline. They will do all they can to deliver a much stronger performance than their first Grand Prix assignment. They were bitterly disappointed and vocally disappointed with their performance. And they competed at Skate Canada and they didn't win the free skate at that event, but managed to take the title overall. So we see Rebecca just working through the salco.
Skaters, you have 1 minute remaining.
It's a chance in this final minute to check back in with the standings on the Grand Prix series so far after 4 events. Riku Miura and Ruchi Kihara from Japan lead the standings, and now they have the training time and opportunity to prepare for Grenoble, the Grand Prix final. Metalkina and Berolava in second, and Ellie Cam and Danny O'Shea from the United States of America in third. Now, Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini could tie with Cam and O'Shea if they maintain their silver medal position after the free skate, but any ties in the Grand Prix standings will be broken by the scores. Another factor pivotal in the brilliant state of the athletes, so keen to repeat as Grand Prix final participants. The time team did acknowledge
Skaters, your
put much
warm-up
more
has ended.
on the
Please
performance
leave
and
the
on the
ice.
outcomes.
On the ice representing Canada, Kellyanne Laurin, Loucas, Ethier.
Won't you tell me something true? I believe in you.
Lift me out of this blues. Won't you tell me something true? I believe in you.
And again, repeated with so much flow on the landing of the second throw, the throw triple salto. Now, utter joy again after the pre-skate for Kellyanne, Laurin and Loucas Ethier. What a wonderful way to celebrate your birthday weekend for Kellyanne. Just such a turnaround for Kellyanne and Loucas since the Skate Canada event, where they were 8th in both segments of the competition. But irrespective of whatever the final placement will be here in Helsinki, Kellyanne and Loucas have absolutely showcased all the hard work that has been put in since that last event. And of course, the hard work definitely evident prior to their participation in Skate Canada, but now mentally resilient and strong to be able to deliver what's done in practice. Apologies for any problems with the audio throughout that performance, but can confirm that Kellyanne and Loucas Ethier have absolutely skated some of their best yet. Just a level 1 on the split triple twist. But the first side-by-side jumping pass, well done with good unison. And this, the triple loop. Good job from Loucas there, because not totally over axis, but clung onto the landing. Both throws showcasing a wonderful draw on the landing as Stephanie Barrois looks on to her students. Kellyanne and Loucas acknowledging that one of their main goals is to help Canada secure 3 Olympic spots at the Milano Cortina Olympics and how they wish to be a part of that team. World Championship competitors, but not Olympians as yet. And what they've done in Helsinki certainly cements them as contenders.
Tell me something true. I believe in you.
Great to see the expression throughout the death spiral in the low position.
Won't you tell me something?
And the award for the most joyful skaters now moves from the American team to the Canadians.
The scores, please.
Shout out to the team in Rosmer where they train. Wonderful group of coaches and skaters there as they perhaps a little deflated that the score isn't higher based on what they delivered, but certainly 7 points higher than in Skate Canada.
8.57 points, and they are currently in the first place. Thank you.
And they lead the field, so it will be at least a 4th place for the first of the 2 Canadian teams in Helsinki.
Next to skate represents Hungary, Maria Pavlova, Alexei, Sviatchenko.
And now to the Hungarian team of Maria Pavlova and Alexei Sviatchenko. They said that they have been working hard on their program component scores and hope to showcase that in this free skate to the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack.
The king and his men stole the queen from her bed.
The most flow of all teams through the triple toe double axel sequence. Camera angle there, just showcasing what brilliant synchronicity and technique for the triple salchos. Just a brilliant skate for the Hungarian team. Second throw. Oh no. Disaster. fully extend the arms. That's immediately near 7 points off their score. Valiant recovery to make sure the same fate didn't happen on the next lift. Well, it'll be such disappointment for Alexei Sviatchenko and partner Maria Pavlova, because it was setting up to be near to their best until that 8th of the 11 elements, that Group 5 lift, that didn't materialize. And as I say, I can say goodbye to almost 7 points in what we assume would have been a successful element. And it is the elements which are normally the strength for Maria and Alexei. Indeed, at last year's World Championships in Montreal, they had the highest element score of all the teams. It has been their program components that have prevented them from being medal contenders at World Championships. And that's what they have acknowledged they're working on. So they were disappointed to see that the program component scores, their focus this off-season, wasn't rewarded in the short program. I think this is a better program for the team of their two. Unfortunately, their normally reliable tech score won't be what it was. As we see where they excel. Look at the running edge on the second double axel. Such good flow. And this, the first of the 3 lifts, not wholly comfortable. As we look at the forward outside death spiral, the team trying to access more rotation to up the level. They come in at a level 3 on that element. Here's such a difficult entry. Oh. But doing all that is necessary to make sure safety is priority, as Alexei brings the lift down, looking after Maria. You can see in both skaters there, just visible disappointment. It was a 118.9 for the team when they competed in Skate America, which that too was nearly 20 points off what they achieved at that World Championships, where they had the highest tech score.
The scores, please. Maria Pavlova, Alexei Sviatchenko from Hungary have earned in the free skating.
So 122.92. You can see Maria's face suggesting, well, all things considered, that does suggest that they are ultimately back on track, submarring that one element.
Next skaters are from Italy, Rebecca Ghilardi, Filippo Ambrosini.
And now the penultimate team in the pairs free skate, Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini. Stark contrast in the approach for the Italian team to the Hungarians we've just seen. Normally their technical element score is not their strength, but the program components. And they'll hopefully be able to really showcase that presentation capability they have as they skate to Dracula. Rebecca manages the triple salto, but not so for Filippo. Inside rocker, change edge, stepping up into double axels. Again, unfortunately, the negative grades of execution continue that time. Throw triple flip. And a hand down on the throw triple loop. Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini complete their free skate. And again, as I said, before the performance, it's obvious that this team has a different approach to the Hungarians, and the quality of their flow and their glide and their skating skills superior to that from which we have seen already. And they're so desperately keen to come out on top or contend for the title of the Italian National Championships. The emergence of Italian pair teams over the past Olympic cycle has been incredible. And Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini have almost fallen victim and success to that. Last year they didn't make the world team, only 2 spots for Italian pair teams to compete at the World Championships, and they entirely worthy participants, but you saw the emergence of Lucrezia Beccari and Matteo Garriz, a new pair, take their spot, and now with Lucrezia and Matteo injured, hoping that they will be back at World Championships again as they have been before. As we look back at the back 3-turn Mohawk entry into the triple salcho's, and Rebecca managing, but I think it would be a little bit under-rotated as we see further issues on the double axel. And they have worked so diligently and so hard at ensuring that the side-by-side jumps are of greater quality and consistency for the team. Under the pressure of competition, so tricky to replicate what's done in practice, as we see the same entry that they use in the short program, because the difficulty of it will push the judges to go up on the grade of execution, but unfortunately the hands down on that throw triple flip. Not optimal, and you can see the difficult exit of the lift. Again, just not quite as comfortable as we have sometimes seen of the team. So it remains to be seen now for Rebecca and Filippo whether or not they can, as we see this wonderful dismount, match up to Ellie Cam and Danny O'Shea in terms of points on the Grand Prix standings. So Ellie and Danny had a 2nd and 3rd. Rebecca and Filippo want to come away with at least a silver medal here. They'd need the 116.79 to stay ahead of the Hungarian team of Maria and Alexei. And Filippo anxiously waits. This perhaps more difficult to comprehend than the actual skate, because now they have no control over what the judges will input.
Rebecca Ghilardi, Filippo Ambrosini from Italy have earned in the free skating 140.
They have confirmation there. The component's much higher than the tech scores. 114.16 overall finds them in 5th place on the free skate. And confirmation that they dropped below the Hungarian team.
On the ice representing Canada, Diana Stellato-Dudek.
And now to the final team in the pairs event, the world champions from Canada, Diana Stellato-Dudek and Maxime Deschamps. Disappointed with what took place in Skate Canada, but the short program 2 days ago, an indication of the progress made since that event as they skate to music from the Blue Planet. Level 4 for the split triple twist. And through the triple toe single axel, double axel sequence. Double salcho. pushing the difficulty within the pair combo spin to attract a higher grade of execution. Oh! Freak fall post the throw for Diana after the throw triple lutz. This their choreo sequence, which they have changed. And choreographically marking beginning and end in the same way of the program, as Maxime has to work hard to convince Diana that it's okay. She seems now to accept the conclusion of that free skate better than in Skate Canada. Not optimal, but certainly better. And the second throw, the throw triple loop landing, will salvage perhaps the feeling towards the end of that performance, having had a mistake on that in Halifax, Canada. And they have made tweaks and changes to this program, and I sense that the concept, this underwater concept, much more readable in their interpretation on this occasion as the season progresses. Here, clear catch to confirm the level 4, but double for both. That something they'll be so very mindful of, that is necessary as the season progresses when they go up against the German and Japanese teams. And they continue to push themselves. Different choices of feature within the lifts this season. What a glorious position there from Diana. So, first of the throws, a little over-rotated. Now, I wonder what the panel will do with it, because she'd done the lift, so they shouldn't... Well, the grade of execution would have been -4, I suspect. -5 if they consider that fall part of the throw. But again, as we look back at the lifts, the grade of execution for these, so positive. And that's something that they are just incredibly mindful of. They will know exactly what's necessary to secure +5s, which they aspire to achieve. Any niggle on the landing of the throw triple loop was not up for debate. And interesting to hear from Diana and Max about their consideration of the future involvement for them both in the sport. Max, an established coach prior to this partnership being formed, and Diana quite vocal about her aspirations for supporting the sport moving forwards and helping gain more traction for figure skating globally. Some great ideas as we see her just nursing her right wrist. I hope she's okay. Maybe not enhanced by the difficult start and finish position that they have. As we see a 131.55, that's 7 points higher than in Skate Canada.
First place. Thank
And of course, the title there's
Hyvät katsojat, älkää kadotko minnekään, sillä pidämme seuraavaksi voittajien
higher overall score by 10 points than they achieved in Skate Canada. So they are comfortably through to the Grand Prix final in Grenoble, as we see Maria Pavlova and Alexei Sviatchenko, despite the mistake on the left, moving up to take the silver medal. That concludes the penultimate event on day 3 of competition at the Helsinki Ice Hall at the Finlandia Trophy 2024.
So, big congratulations for the pairs competition winners, Diana Stellato-Dudek and Maxime Deschamps. Big hands for these two brilliant skaters. I interviewed you guys yesterday, and you were smiling, and now you are smiling as well. So. I don't go with the typical sport question, but let's have the other one. So, what did you expect from today's skating?
So from our last competition, Grand Prix of Skate Canada, we did a couple mistakes. We came here, we did some fix, changed some stuff in the program, and then here today we did better than last competition, and that's always our goal, is to always just do better every time we go out.
Perfect. And then it's now November. So what are your goals and objectives for the rest of the season?
We'd like to continue to improve. Every season is a different roller coaster ride, and this year is no different. This year we're hoping to have a slow burn of an increase each competition, so every time get a higher and higher score, and so far it's looking in that direction.
Sounds perfect. And then, of course, it's going to be Christmas time soon. Yeah. So what are your plans for the Christmas?
Well, our national championships in Canada are very shortly after Christmas, so we have not celebrated Christmas in many years. It's for retirement when we will be able to celebrate Christmas again.
Yeah, we're just gonna do a little dinner together with the dog Goldie.
But really healthy, not Christmassy food.
Perfect. Thank you, Diana and Maxime, and we will see you in the awarding ceremony. So big cheers and applause for these two wonderful skaters.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Kitos.
Chance to look back now after that fun interview from the champions, so Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini. They will be disappointed that their second place position after this short program wasn't maintained. We wish them all the very best as they head towards the Italian National Championships. And delight really for Maria Pavlova and Alexei Sviatchenko. I'm sure they would have accepted a second place result at this event before the competition started, knowing they were up against the world champions. It wasn't the route they would have ideally liked to take with the performance that they had, but nevertheless a confidence booster that with mistakes they can still be main contenders. As we see Diana Stellato-Dudek and Maxime Deschamps with that wonderful opening twist. Wonderful to hear their interview post-event, and great to hear the increasing confidence from Maxime in his interview as well. And the honesty served up by Diana Stellato-Dudek, just showcasing how committed she is that Christmas dinner will of course be a healthy one for a team that are focused on and off the ice to do all they can to try to repeat as world champions as the season progresses. They'll be mindful that the score here, 4 points lower than the Germans, Minerva Fabian Haza and Nikita Volodin, who won 2 weeks ago in France. And I'm sure they'll be trying to close that gap as the season progresses. But that concludes the pairs free skate. I'm Mark and Richie. Thank you for joining us, and make sure you stay tuned to watch the conclusion of the ice dance and free dance, which comes up shortly.